adding a score. It's the Cowboys and the Packers on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles... Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. You look at this Packers defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game, right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. This defense for the Packers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have a perfect game.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And fighting down inside the 25. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Sitting at first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
On play action, Prescott. Man open downfield is Gallup. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. To throw is Prescott. Drops this underneath for Pollard. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down. I mean, look at this Packers defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker, and the Packers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 109 yards.
And when you lead the league in rushing for this stretch of time, now you take on the identity. You now lead the team, and everything runs through you in terms of offense.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. But, Charles, you know, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And, look, they got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Caught on the right side, Reed. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. From the 31, here's 2nd down and 2. As they've got it as we resume action. Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Carlson's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Brought down that time by Quay Walker. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Prescott off play action. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. 1st down, and it's Pollard again. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On the out route, it's Lamb with the grab. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys.
And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical.
There he goes, left side. Christian Watson, touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Anders Carlson to kick off for the Packers.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. That is caught by Lamb. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Luke Schoonmaker. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Packer offense heading back for one final 1st half drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On play action, they'll throw. A short throw to Musgrave. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Got it. Ready?
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this 1st half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime. The 2nd half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, 2nd half. Let's do it. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. So here are the Packers now to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. What we saw there, that's what we know that he can do. He can break tackles and turn them into big runs, and that's what he did.
And what is the buzz phrase nowadays in football for a guy like that? Contact balance. The ability to go through trash, come out the other side, avoid and run through contact, and keep your balance.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And his throw is going to be incomplete. This defense trying to do its part. Active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
That is caught. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Come on, come on. Hey.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. His 9th rushing touchdown on the year, number 12 overall. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now Carlson for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run.
Anders Carlson to kick off for the Packers.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott and unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put...
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, 49 yards. And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Carlson on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Cowboys 7. Anders Carlson to kick off for the Packers.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Dallas offense set for this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Option play. Here's Pollard.
Holding offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Here we go, 46, 46.
Here's Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And quickly, they get to the line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. He's got room past the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 8. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 92 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some room to work. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook, no matter who's on the field.
The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Packers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Cowboys 7.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now here come the Cowboys. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. A first down throw for Prescott. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. And it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
To throw is Prescott. Throw is caught by Schoonmaker. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Prescott with a throw caught by Lamb. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. To the air again, Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
A second down throw for Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Prescott on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it's third down.
Let's go now.
Now third down and 7. Back to throw here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Come on, come on. Hey. Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. A short throw to Musgrave. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Anders Carlson to kick off for the Packers.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. One last shot now for Prescott. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt.